Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. The man that robbed Alliance Bank Southtown branch on Wednesday, November 3rd, is suspected to have robbed a bank in Longview in August and also a bank in Arizona, according to Silver Springs Police Chief Jay Sanders. Local law enforcement, the FBI, and Texas Rangers continue to search for the 6-foot-tall man, heavyset, that robbed the Alliance Bank Southtown branch. The man left the bank area on foot, but had a white four-door small sedan nearby, according to video footage available to law enforcement. He committed the robbery in the lobby of the bank building that's located with entrance on South Broadway and an exit to Mockingbird. The Southtown branch offers drive-through, lobby, and ATM services to Alliance Bank customers. The Southtown branch was closed for the afternoon following that robbery, but was open the following day with business as usual. Alliance Bank President Tom Sellers said all law enforcement agencies responded quickly and with expert help as the investigation and search began. Local voters will be focused on various races that will be decided with today's vote, and KSST will be your source for election returns. KSST staff will be at Hopkins County Clerk's office to bring you up-to-the-minute coverage of local election returns. KSST will begin its coverage at 7 p.m. State and national returns will also be reported at 15, 30, and 45 minutes past the hour, beginning at 7:15 p.m. Local voters will be focused on various races. In Precinct 3 of Hopkins County, incumbent Republican Wade Bartley faces challenger Democrat Billy Emerson for the commissioner's seat. Paris Junior College seeks to add Hopkins County to its college district, which will mean a property tax increase and lower tuition rates for county residents. School board and city races in county communities are also on the ballot. Cumbie City and School Board, North Hopkins School Board, Miller Grove School Board, and the State Board of Education, along with John Ratcliffe, Republican incumbent for U.S. Representative District 4, who has a Libertarian opponent, Cody Womack. These are all on the ballot. The presidential election will also be a focus for tonight. State judges and Texas Railroad Commissioner round out the local interest. KSST will broadcast the results as they are available as we follow the election tonight from the county clerk's office. Numbers will be posted on KSSTradio.com, and our report will be heard on KSSTradio.com stream, KSST Radio, and Suddenlink Cable Channels 2 and Channel 18.
Christus Mother Frances Hospital in Sulphur Springs has acquired another family nurse practitioner, Travis Weiss, who will be practicing out of the Emory, Texas Trinity Clinic.
As I started looking for jobs, my recruiter told me about Sulphur Springs and told me what a great organization Christus was, and I was eager to talk to him, and I ended up talking with Tracy, and it seemed like a great fit. So
okay. Well, we met some family nurse practitioners about a week ago. They have just received their accreditation. However, you are already practicing.
Correct, yes. I've been practicing for about 7 years now.
Tell us about where you were and what you did there.
So I was in Elko, Nevada, and I ran a rural healthcare clinic.
Okay.
I was family practice, but because of the limited resources there, we pretty much did anything and everything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you're prepared to do the same here?
Hoping to.
Okay. Well, do you bring a family along with you?
I do. I'm married. I've been married for 17 years, and I've got 4 kids.
Wonderful. Yeah. Will they be going into the school districts around here?
You know what? They've already been going to school. They actually moved out here 2 months before I did.
Okay.
And they've already been in school and love it here.
Wonderful. That is great to hear. Well, Sherry, so we have 3 new family nurse practitioners.
We do. We have 2 that are here in Sulphur Springs. Jordan Potts is in with Dr. Coker at 111 Medical Circle, and then Leah Irving is at the clinic, the main primary care clinic. And Leah brings years of experience with the hospital and with our organization. So she has been in the community, grew up in the community, and so we were excited that she went to school to do her nurse practitioner, and so she graduated. She and Jordan were in the same class, so they're quickly getting busy. And then we needed a provider at Emory, and so Travis came on board right at the same time they did, and so he's been in Emory. He's already seeing patients there, and he's getting busy. We've got an open house reception plan for next Tuesday, the 15th. It will be from 3:30 to 5:30, and we're kind of stepping outside the box in what I typically do when we have a reception, and we're doing hot dogs. And so we're going to have hot dogs and chips, and we're just asking families to come out and meet Travis because he's excited about being part of the Emory community and being there to take care of the family. We also have pediatricians from here that go there 4 days a week to the Emory Clinic.
Okay.
And so the pediatric patients are seen there by our different pediatric providers. So we're excited that we get to do something, and hopefully the community will come out and get to meet Travis and see the clinic and meet some of the pediatric providers and just have a hot dog and some chips, and we've got cookies as well. And so we think it'll be an exciting time for people to get to meet Travis. And we're encouraging, people to come out.
You may not be able to see Travis Weiss here in Sulphur Springs that much because, of course, you'll be headquartered in the Emory Clinic.
Correct.
But tell us, what does a family nurse practitioner do? What can they offer patients?
Family nurse practitioners can do a wide variety of things. We do basically family medicine. I enjoy working with kids as well as adults and the elderly. So we can do everything from coughs and colds to chronic pain or chronic management of diseases, diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol. We can do all of it.
So you see patients.
Correct.
You can treat.
Correct.
You can also prescribe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you refer patients to specialists if needed?
Yes, ma'am. If they need a specialist, I'm happy to refer them, and that's not a problem. And we have a great organization up at Christus that I can refer to. Great group of doctors up there that are willing and eager to help out.
Okay. And so the Emory Clinic is part of Trinity Clinic, is that right?
Emory Clinic is a rural health clinic as well. It's an extended arm of our Christus Trinity Clinic here in Sulphur Springs. It has been a clinic there in that community and a long time. Dr. Balkan would be the expert because he's been the medical director down there to tell us how long it's actually been there. But it's been there a long time in the community. And so the community looks to us for resources. We have x-ray there, we have lab. So if people need those types of things done, then they can come, to that clinic to have that done. So it's a thriving clinic in that community, meeting the needs of that community. If they need a specialist, then Travis can refer them to one of our specialists here. If we don't have that specialty, then he would most likely refer them to Christus Trinity Mother Francis in Tyler, to their specialist there in Tyler.
Okay. Well, in order to meet Travis personally, then, tell us again about that reception and the date.
It's November 15th.
Okay.
It's on a Tuesday, and it's going to actually start at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it will be till 5:30. With this time change, we kind of had to make some adjustments so that we weren't cooking the hot dogs out in the dark. So we're going to be set up outside if the weather cooperates. If not, we'll move inside.
Okay.
So, but it is an opportunity to meet him, and because his children go to school here, you will probably most likely get the opportunity to meet him. They're at multiple campuses, is what we were talking about. So you may have the opportunity to meet him with one of his children that go to the different campuses in Sulphur Springs.
So we have 4 new Wildcats.
4 new Wildcats.
It's great to know. Well, we will encourage people and remind them about your reception next Tuesday. It'll be right after school, so that'll be handy for families to come out there to the Emory Clinic. And once again, we're welcoming you to our area.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
As the Northeast Texas Beef Improvement Organization, or NetBio, nears the completion of its 18th year of operation, organizers and directors have reviewed another successful year and are preparing for the anniversary preconditioned calf and yearling sale on Wednesday, November 16th. This anniversary sale will be held at Sulphur Springs Livestock Commission, where the NetBio sale has always been held since the first sale in November of 1998. Auctioneer Joe Don Pogue, one of the original organizers, will begin selling more than 8,000 head of cattle at 1 p.m. In addition to seeing the sale in person at the Market Center, the sale will also be broadcast on the internet, and bids will be accepted at lmaauctions.com. Prospective buyers should register in advance of the sale. Prior to the sale, a barbecue lunch with all the trimmings will be served, and all the producers and buyers attending the sale will be served. It will be sponsored in part by Alliance Bank of Sulphur Springs. This has been a once-a-year tradition since the first sale. NetBio is an organization comprised of independent cattle producers and agribusiness representatives working together to enhance the beef industry and the entire Northeast Texas rural and urban economy. Here's Don Julian with sports.
Wildcats football offensive coordinator Matt Young talks about the Wildcats offense against Hallsville last Friday and the challenge of facing the Mesquite Poteet defense this Friday.
It was a great night, huge win for these kids. They've been through a lot, really a lot of respect for these seniors, going back getting the Wildcats back in the playoffs. O-linemen with Gideon Gregory and Richard Green and Jesse Darrow, those guys up front. Played a physical ball game. That's what we set out to do. Helped us move the ball up and down the field. Not our cleanest night. We knew Hallsville would make things kind of chaotic inside, but a real physical presence. Receiver-wise, DJ Hall coming out as a senior, blocking downfield, making a couple key catches, running after the catch. Just really happy for that as a collective group, the effort they put in, the struggle through last year to stay with it, and to be out here and lead these guys. It wasn't our prettiest night offensively. It was actually our second lowest output, first down-wise. I didn't look yardage-wise, possibly second lowest there, but defense played tremendous. We had a lot of short fields, and that helped. There's a couple drives early in the game we wish we had cashed in on, but still continue to make progress. Landry Tyson had a big catch. Austin Dodd, just to show how things you improve on, Austin Dodd caught a route for a touchdown Friday. He caught the same play against Mount Pleasant, but fell down as he caught it on the one instead of in the end zone. So just little things like that. This one he caught in the end zone, got in the end zone, scored a touchdown. It's just neat seeing those things continue to improve. Colton Allen, Cern Rogers did a good job in the run game for us. Casey Goodson tweaked his shin a little bit, a little disappointed there. Hope he gets back this week to help. But Simeon Taylor continues to provide a threat on the outside. He hadn't had the numbers he's had early in the season. But he continues to make plays for us, whether it's catches, blocks, stretching the field open other guys, or even drawing penalties as he goes downfield aggressive for the ball. So we like where we've progressed as a group. Now we're in the playoffs. Ryan has a great understanding of the offense. Decorian Young hopped in the other night ready to go when his name was called. So exciting to see what we have there also. And just really excited to see, proud of these guys for where they're at, and excited to see what they do this week.
Jalen Hawkins, is he going to be able to help you this week? I know he gave it a go.
Yeah, he tried a little bit. It's still a struggle when you're out for 2 months. You just don't snap right back in. There's still some stuff with his body messing with him, and hope he gets some reps this week and get under him and see if he can get a couple touches.
All right. Tell us about Poteet. They really hang their hat on their defense.
They do. The guy that's the head coach, Coach Graves, I believe, was the defensive coordinator under the previous coach, so you can kind of see his imprint on it. They play extremely aggressive, very, very athletic, not huge. I don't know if they have anybody maybe one guy on the field that's over 225, but they play fast. They're going to move around. They're going to be in different places. They vary looks. They do things for reasons. They understand they're not just doing it to be multiple. They're doing it because it fits to stop what you're doing. And it's a great challenge for our guys. I mean, we're going to play physical style, come right at them. We're going to challenge them to cover us on the outside and push the ball over the top, push it side to side, and see where we stand as the night goes on.
If you look at the defensive unit for them, they've got returning starters just everywhere, D-line, linebacker, and corners, I think. And then they took one of the safety guys, and he's now terrorizing everybody as an offensive player.
Yeah, he's a tremendous athlete. I believe right now he's offered by Tulsa. And you can see they have a lot of returners. They've played together a bunch just because of how multiple and how much they move around pre-snap. Guys may show blitz and be belling. They may show a bell and then be blitzing. Coverage-wise, a lot of variety. And really a great opportunity for our guys to play great defense and see where they stand. And excited about how our kids accept challenges. They've been challenged the last 2 weeks to where they lose, they put their stuff up. So we've really been in playoff mode now for 3 weeks. And our kids got a great energy and a buzz about them, and going to go straight at these guys. I mean, the last time we played a top-ranked team with Texas High, we gave them fits, and we kind of plan on doing the same thing Friday night.
The main thing with the playoffs, you get in and maybe see what happens.
That's exactly it. I mean, there are 64 other teams or 63 other teams besides us in right now, and there'll be one left standing. And you line up and play each Friday night, and there's been many neat things, exciting things happen on Friday nights.
Wildcats football defensive coordinator Tristan Abram comments on the defensive effort in the Hallsville win and the good Mesquite-Poteet offense the Wildcats will be facing this Friday in Lindale.
The first half of the game was just, I mean, no matter what was called, be it a bad call, putting our kids in a bad situation, they still were just executing the call. And you know, we go out each week, and one of our main things is we tell them, hey, do not allow yourself to be blocked. And it seems like it finally kicked in because they would not allow themselves to be blocked, and they were doing a great job of getting penetration up front. In the back end, we did a good job of covering and probably one of the best jobs of tackling that I've seen us play all season. You know, there were several things that going into the game last week that we were concerned about schematically that Hallsville would do, and every single one of those things that they were trying to do. I mean, the things that would keep us up here late at night as far as coaches, and you know, what can we do if this starts to hurt us? There was no need to go to those adjustments because our kids were doing a great job of executing what the original plan was. So, you know, it was great. It was really fun. It was really fun to watch them go out and play and get after it and see them have a good time doing it. Because, you know, it was probably the best defensive effort. I mean, I thought we played really well against Texas High, but Friday night might have blown that out of the water just by the way we were flying around and just getting to the football and executing the calls and just playing relentless defense that we challenged them to play, and they did, and it was really fun and exciting.
If I was DeIdrick Dugan and I would have dreamed that I played like he played Friday. I mean, that was an incredible football game for all the things that he accomplished.
Yes, you're exactly right. He had an unbelievable game. Yesterday when we were handing out the stickers, the cat paws, he started counting all his stickers out loud, and I finally, hey, D, stop talking, please, just hush. You know, because he ended up with, I think he ended up with like maybe 21 or 22 stickers. But he had a phenomenal game. You know, be it from pressuring the passer to sacks to tackles for loss to picking up of the punt, the botched punt that the center snapped, and he told me, he was like, Coach, I was going to score. Well, you didn't, but you know, I'm glad because that'd have been even more stickers. But just his alertness, going and blocking the punt, you know, just those types of things that he did Friday night, it was incredible. It was incredible. He had a phenomenal game, and he gave great effort, and you know, I really believe he's really doing something really good for himself as well as this team. But he's fixing to be a force to be reckoned with in this postseason, and then, you know, thank God we have another season with him, you know. So it's fixing to be fun to see this young man just keep maturing and keep getting better because he's pretty good right now. I'm not going to tell him that, but he's pretty good. And as long as he continues to play that way and get better, he just makes everyone else around him better. And that's fun to watch and see him do.
Speaking of which, how do you overshadow, which he managed to do, but overshadow Cameron Cooks, who had 3 sacks before the water got warm?
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. And even after the football game, Coach Bartholomew told me, you know, their offensive coordinator, he told me, he said, hey, I'm going to be honest with you, 98 and 92 were huge concerns. And obviously you saw why after the game was over. And I said, yeah, Coach B, he said those 2 young men are good football players. And you know, and he was really complimentary of them, and that's really good. You know, that's hats off to those guys, because you know that really just comes into play with yes, you know, you may have some God-given talent, but you do have to work to polish that talent and to make yourself better. So those guys have done a good job of just, you know, being here and getting better each day, and again they make the guys around them better. So that's what's fun, and to be able to see those guys get after it, and now it frees up a couple of linebackers, it frees up a safety every now and then. It's fun to see.
Mm-hmm. Mesquite Poteet, a very veteran football team, a lot of returnees. I think their quarterback's a 3-year starter, and then they pluck a guy off the defense,
right,
and put him in the backfield, and he's just he's a holy terror,
right.
So they're very good on offense.
They are extremely good on offense. I told the defensive players yesterday in our meeting, if I have to compare them to someone, I'm going to compare them to Marshall, just as far as how explosive they are in the skill positions. Like you said, the quarterback is really good. He's really good. This guy can throw the football. I was telling Coach McSheffrey yesterday during practice. He was telling one of the scout team quarterbacks, "Hey, don't throw that speed out, to the opposite side of the field, to the other hash." I said, "It's okay, Coach, because that guy Friday night is going to do it," and he completes it. That's a long ball that's getting there in a hurry, but he does a good job of getting rid of the ball. Putting it where it needs to be for his receivers to make a catch, and they are talented. Skill-wise, to the receivers, they're talented. Going back to the running back, who I believe is being recruited as a safety, but they put him in the backfield because they needed, I guess, a little extra spark back there. Now they have some dynamite back there because you got the quarterback and now this running back that we have to deal with that are both really good. And then up front, I think we're probably about to see the most physical and athletic O-line that we've seen since Marshall. And that's saying a lot. So we have our hands full. We have our work cut out for us Friday night. But defensively we feel like there are some things that we might be able to take advantage of to get our kids in position to be able to make plays. This is probably going to be one of the first times we've seen a team that runs the zone style offense with the running scheme. But the first time we have a quarterback that's going to truly read it and keep it because he's athletic enough to do so. It's going to be a little bit different as far as what we've seen in the past. It's not as much power style offense, but it's remnants of Sulphur Springs 2008. Just to be honest with you, so we're gonna have to defend ourselves of years past to make ourselves successful. We got to do a good job of just slowing them down and keeping them off the field as much as possible.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Our election coverage begins at 7 p.m. Have a great evening.